All right, let me walk you through how the Kaizala app works. Actually, is a typical or a replica of the normal messaging app, WhatsApp, like I've told us. It also has the feature of the Telegram. So you are like having combined features of WhatsApp and Telegram in one. So how do you operate, or how do you work on Kaizala, such as it will help you to carry out assignments, or it will help class teachers to carry out assigning or assessing the class? The first thing first, as you can see on my home screen, is the My Kaizala app. So I'll tap on this app. It will launch me into the app environment. Now in this case, I want to create a new group, so I'll see that part where it says people. At the bottom of your screen, you will see that part that says people. So I'll click on people. Then on that, I'll click on new group, because we want to create a group for each class. So each class teacher and some of the top officials in the school can be part of the admin of each group, so that you'll be able to monitor the activities of the teacher and the class in that group. Okay, so I'll click on new group. So once I do that, it will ask me to name my group. So I can just say basic 3 assignment group, or you can call it whatever name you desire. So once I'm done with that, I'll click on this icon. That's next. So I'll pick the contact. Now how you go about this is, each parent you should have the number of each parent. So each family should have the Kaizala app installed on one of the phones at home, possibly the dad or the mom. You understand? So they should, just like many of us have WhatsApp on our phone. So since this will be the new technology that the school will be using, you can ask each parent to install the Kaizala app on their phone, so that the number that is being used to register for Kaizala will be given to the teacher, so that the teacher can add up the number. So in this case now, let's just assume I'm picking this one. So now this number I've picked is not registered. Okay, it's not registered. So if I click on next, if I click on this next, let's assume that I click on the next, Kaizala will tell me that this number is not registered. That do I want to send an invite? So if I want to do that, good. But before now, in order for you to avoid something like this, you need to have informed the parents, so that they could have installed, they would have downloaded the Kaizala app on Google Play Store and installed it. Okay, so the number used in the registration would have been given to the class teacher to add to this group. Okay, that is how you can avoid a message like this. So in this case, where this number I'm adding is not yet registered on Kaizala, I can just click on skip, so that it can go ahead with the creation of my group. So this group has just been created. I can see the message from Kaizala. So with this point, I can start sharing the group link with parents in my class by clicking on this icon here. By the time I click on the icon, it will ask me to share. So I can just click on the WhatsApp icon, then I'll continue from there. Okay, but in this case now, this is how you are going to add people. So if I want to add people, I'll just click on this portion where the name of the group is, this portion. I'll click on it. So clicking on it, it will take me to a place like this. Remember, this number below has not been registered, that's why it's down. If it is registered, it will be part of the participant. It will not just be invite. It will not be in the invite section. Like, it will not be in this section, this invite section. It will be part of the participant. This is the invite section. It will not be there. It will rather be in the participant session. It will be in participant. As you can see now, it is only the admin that is in the participant session. So any number that is registered on Kaizala and you want to add to the group, it will be part of the participants. Those numbers that have not installed Kaizala on their phone will be part of the invite. Okay, now let's assume that I want to add new member. So remember, I clicked on this portion. I click on this portion. I clicked here. That is how I go to that point. So once you click that portion, it will bring you here. So here you are going to click this add participants. If you click on this add participants, you are going to it will give you the privilege to manually add people from your phone contacts. Those people that have Kaizala on their phone, let me click on it so that can you see this is my phone list. It's going to add people there. But in case you want people to join, maybe you've created a group and you just want to send a group link just like you would do on WhatsApp. So you can just click on this one, invite people. When you click on invite people, you will not be adding them manually. They will join the group themselves. Okay, they will join the group themselves. That's the difference between adding manually and sending invites. So manual adding participants, you are going to go to your phone contact to go and be picking the numbers one by one. But in case you don't have the luxury of time, you can just send the group link. Let me show you how that looks. So we want to send invites, so we are going to click on it. See, it's going to ask me to share. Can you see my group link? This is the group link. So this is the link I'm going to copy. I'm going to long press and send. So once I long copy it, you see it has said copied. So that is how I'm now going to take it to maybe the parents WhatsApp group for my class and send it to the parents. One of the things you are going to enjoy under Kaizala is that you have a lot of group admin features. You have the group admin features. Can you see? These group admin features can help you set a lot of security and a lot of activity that goes on in your group. So let me click on it so that you will see. Can you see? So you can decide that you want to leave the group history so that anybody that joins newly will be able to see things that have happened in the past in the group. Okay, if that is not the case, then you also have the privilege to delete unsolicited or unwarranted messages. You know, there's no way you can avoid people from posting all manner of things, especially now that a lot of things are happening in society. Some people are often carried away and that they will ignore the purpose of each group and they will just post whatever thing, religious post and sports or whatever like that. You can't avoid things like that. So in that case, you can give yourself the privilege to delete a post from somebody else. This is not possible with Telegram and it's not possible with WhatsApp. Okay, but Kaizala app is giving us the privilege for us to delete what another person sends to our group. In this case, if it's WhatsApp, it will say delete for me or delete for everyone. What about if the person posts a message and just log off or log out of the app? What happens? And you don't want that content to remain in your group. You can just enable these features so that you'll be able to do that. And again, you can also see other features like send messages. Who should send message? Do you want to log the group or you want all participants to be able to send? These are the options that we have. Who should send the group? Send message to the group. Is it all participants or only admin? Maybe anything after maybe anything within the school hour you want to log the group. Then once it is 4 p.m. when the school closes, you want to activate the group because the group is purposely meant for an assignment. So the teacher should be in charge so that the teacher will be able to regulate that. And these are actions. There's what we call actions in Kaizala. You can send action. Sending action means that it is only the teacher that will have the privilege to give quiz. It is only the teacher that will have the privilege to give poll. Maybe there is a class a lesson that was conducted in school, and the teacher wants to know how much understanding the children have. You understand? The teacher can throw a poll. I'll still show you that features. You can throw a poll to the class so that the class can vote. Okay. So aside from that, those are just the group setting. Now let's go to our group. Now this is our group. Now I have just myself as an admin of this group and one of my contacts added. Remember, the contact is not on Kaizala yet, so I'm meant to send an invitation to that contact so that the contact, it will go as a text message so that the contact can register on Kaizala so that the contact will be able to move from invite category to participant category. I think I've explained that earlier. Okay, so now this is our group. A lot of activities can go up in this group. I'm positioning myself as a teacher of this group now. I'm expected to have students or learners in my class in this group. So each class should have their assignment group. Each class can have their assignment group. So for my class now, let's assume that I want to give assignment. So I'll just click on this icon. I'll click on this icon. I'll click on it. Once I click on it, let's see what happens. It's going to reveal actions. These are lots of actions that are possible with Kaizala, and you can even scroll to your left. Can you see? And you can even add more. There are more actions you can add in Kaizala. Now this is the advantage this particular app has over WhatsApp and Telegram. Telegram, you may need to go and get some extension or some robots to help you do that. So but in Kaizala, all actions that are custom to school system are currently available in Kaizala. So in this case, now let's assume that I want to send assignments. I'll just click on the quiz icon. That is the quiz action. That's what I want to click on. So once I click on it, it's going to tell me the title of the quiz. So I can say maths, and description. I can say addition. That's the topic we are doing in class. Then if I have any image, I can attach my image to it. But in this case, in this training, I don't want to waste our time. So I've added the subject that will serve as my topic. Then I've also added description, which is to say addition. So that addition is to tell us the topic we are currently working on. So the next thing for me to do is to click on this next icon here. I'll click on next icon. So once I click on next icon, that means my quiz has been created. As you can see, quiz details, it is mathematics, then the description is addition. Now I'm just using this, you understand your peculiarity, and every teacher should be oriented on how to go about this. You can give details aside from, in my case I wrote addition. In your case, you can write whatever you desire to be as a description for the assignment. You can use that opportunity to also pass instruction. Okay, you can use to pass instruction. So for this training purpose, let me just be as brief as I can. Now we've created our quiz, and it's a mathematics quiz. Remember, this app is calling it quiz, but we are the one that knows that it is an assignment. Okay, I also like to mention that you can use this avenue to give holiday assignments. You can use it to do CA exam. You can use it for whatever thing, depending on how intuitive your teachers are, or depending on how you are able to work together, as a school, to ensure that, okay, this technology should make our work easier and faster, because this one will mark your scripts and give you immediate answer if you want. I'm going to show you that. Okay, so let's go ahead to create our quiz. So the next thing for me to do is to click on add question. So clicking on add question. So the first one is enter question. So I'll say 2, because we are doing addition. 2 plus 2. I'm just using as an example. So my first option, if I want text, I'll just click on this place. It says option. If I want image, I can just click on it. So that means I can add image option. But in this case, let's just limit our training to this. So I'll just say 2 plus 2. Let's give all the available options. Option A 3, option B 4, add more, option C 5, click on add more option, then option D, let's say 8. So the child or the learner will be able to pick the correct option to the question. So remember, the question is 2 plus 2, then we have this option. Okay, now look at the setting underneath. Look at this setting here. So the setting says allow more than one answer to be selected. If for instance there are some subject that, or there are some questions that the answer, you can have multiple answer. If that is the type of question you are asking. So there are different type of question. We have multiple choice, we have sub-objective, we have different kind of questions that we can set with this app. So if the type of question you have asked will require multiple student can pick multiple answer, you can just activate this by checking it. But if that is not the case, if it is just one answer, please uncheck it. So we have done that. I have unchecked it because 2 plus 2 should give me one answer, which is 4, and then we don't want the children to pick 4 and 8. This type of question will require just one answer. So once I'm done with that, the next thing I should click on is done here. I should click on done. Can you see? So once I click on done, now the next phase, it will ask me to pick my answer. What you have asked is question, and you have listed 4 options. Which one is correct? So you need to choose the correct answer. So in this case, our question was 2 plus 2, so the answer should be 4. So I'll tap on that 4. As you can see, it has been checked. So 4 is the correct answer. So I will submit. Can you see? So I've submitted question number 1. If you look at this now, question number 1 has been set. You can see question number 1 has been set already. So we can go ahead to set as many questions. So if I want to set maybe 10 or 20, I'm going to follow the same process. Okay, let's add another question. After upon the question number 2, let's say 3 3 plus 5. 3 plus 5. Now option A, let's call it 9. Option B, let's call it 5. Add more option. Option C, let's call it 8. Add more option. Option D, let's call it 2. Okay, so these are the available options in which one of them is correct. The next thing for you to do is to click on done, because this type of question will require just one answer. So I'll click on done at the top right corner here. I'll click on this done. I'll click on it. So once I click on it, it will ask me to choose the correct answer. Our question was 3 plus 5. Of course, that will give me 8. I've selected 8 as my correct answer. Then I'll submit. Look at question number 2. Has 4 options and has been added to the list of our question. So this is how you set question irrespective of the subject and irrespective of the what type or the kind of question. Sometimes you might need to upload image. As you can see, when I was setting the question, I showed us the image icon. So you can just snap you can just screenshot it. You can go to Google. Maybe you need the learner to identify a shape, or you need the learner to identify an image, part of an image, whatever it is. You understand? This particular app is encompassing. Okay, so let me just stop in these two options, these two questions, and that is how you are going to set it up to 10 or up to 20, whatever the case may be. So once I am done, I'm okay with the question I've set. What should I do? I should click on next. I should click on next here. Okay, but before you click on next, let's assume that you want to cancel a question. You can just tap on it. You see a cross sign. You see a cross sign here. Maybe there's a mistake somewhere. You just delete this question, then you rewrite another one. Unfortunately, there is no option for you to edit. You can only delete and rewrite another question. So once that is done, if I'm done, if I still want to add more question, I'll click on add question. But for the training purpose, let me just stop at this 2. Then I'll click on the next icon at this part. Can you see? So I'll click on the next. So this is my next icon. So it will bring me to this page. This is an important page. It is important because it summarizes what I have done. I have 2 questions set. In your case, it might be 10 questions for maths, 10 questions for English, depending on what you intend to use it for. Are you trying to use it for holiday assignments so that parent and the child can engage on the screen? Remember, our purpose for using this technology is to get this assignment of a thing or homework fascinating to children. We understand that learners don't give keen attention to the assignment any longer, but we want to use the idea of changing using the technology environment to bring interest to this particular exercise. So that's why we are deploying this Kaizala app, which is free and downloadable on Google Play Store. Okay, back to our activity here. We have 2 questions set for the quiz. Remember, our quiz is our assignment. It can be used for any other purpose. Now look at the settings. It said quiz ends on. So you can pick where you want the quiz to end. Okay, you can pick where you want the quiz to end. You can give a class a project such that maybe in 2 days time they are to submit, and you can program it, you can schedule it so that the quiz will end there. Now look at this part where it says quiz ends when. So you can tap on it and change the date. So let me tap on it so that can you see? So set date and time. So the date is at the top. The date is at the top here. This is the date section where I'm going to pick the date and the active date. This is the active date. This is the active date currently. So I can change the active date to something else depending on my reality. Today is Sunday, and that's why it is picking today, 15 May 2020. So if I want it to expire on Tuesday, which is 17, so I can just change it. I can just scroll up, change it to 17 May 2022. So by 17 May 2022, once it is 12 a.m., this quiz will not be accessible again. Okay, so for parents, I will tell you that they've been busy. At least you have 48 hours to find a time so that your child will be able to participate in a class activity. Okay, and this is another avenue for you to justify yourself that you give assignment to your learners, because there has been instances where parents will say, it is the school that has not been giving assignment, it is the class teacher, since the assignment will now be done on their phone. Okay, so they don't have any excuse, or there will not be any allegation from them that you don't give assignments. Okay, so there are a lot of benefits in this methodology. So that's how you set the date of expiry. Then you can also set the time of expiry. This is the current time here. You can also set the time of expiry. Do you want it to expire by 4 p.m., 3 p.m. You know, depending on your need. So you can just do that. Okay, so that is that for the timing. Now the next one is how do you want the results to be displayed? How do you want result visible to everyone? Do you want everybody to see the result of each other? Okay, you want Kemi to be able to see the result of Paul. You want Paul to be able to see the result of Usman, and so on and so forth. If that is what you want, you have the option to. And if that is that you want only you as a teacher, you want only you as a teacher to be able to see the score. You don't want to reveal to everybody. You just want only you to see the score, so you can pick this option. But now we are saying everyone. That is that by default it has selected everyone, but then you can also pick only you as a teacher to see it. Okay, so I change it to only me as a teacher in order to avoid conflict and disputes. Okay, some parents would not like you revealing the performance of their children, especially when it is low, you understand, to their colleagues. It can bring up mockery and, you know, bullying. So depending on your reality, you can decide there are some instances that you want to make it open so that people will see how another person is performing. Okay, you can see, so that it will further motivate them in the next time. So depending on how you see it. Okay, now show correct answer after each question. Do you want correct answer to show after each question? 2 plus 2. If the boy picks 4, do you want the correct answer to say correct? That's the correct answer. Is that what you want? If you want that, you have the option to pick. If you don't want, you can just leave it unchecked. If you don't want it to display, you can leave it unchecked. But because we want correction to be possible, we want it to mark and give correction immediately. So that is solving the 2 problems of teachers about giving assignment and homework: marking these scripts and doing correction. So this particular technology can help you solve those 2 questions at a go. Once a child is correct, it will tell them correct, and once a child is wrong, it will tell them wrong. So it's as simple as that. So I want it to show result. I want show correct answer after each question. I want it to show. So with that option, I can now click on send. I can click on send. Can you see? Once I click on send, the quiz becomes activated. Now you can see automatically the quiz is being posted to the group. Now this is the environment of the group, just like I'm sending a message, but the type of message I'm sending is an action related message. Okay, so now once I'm done and I click on send, it will post it to the group as if I've posted a chat. Can you see? So each child or each participant in this group can now tap on start quiz and participate with the quiz. It's as simple as that. So you can give an assignment, and after the child is done, the child will know what he or she scores immediately, and the child cannot submit multiple times. Once you do it once, you submit immediately, and you can't edit it again. So that is the beauty of and you can see, if you look at the structure of how the Kaizala app puts it, you can see that there is a start quiz. That is an action button to start quiz. Once you click on it, we are waiting response. So as a teacher, this is what you'll be seeing. So as each child participates in the quiz, you'll be seeing it as well. So let me assume, let me take position of I myself as a teacher. I can participate in the quiz. So I just click on start a quiz. Can you see question number 1? Now, if you look at the bottom here, it is showing how many questions are there. 1 of 2. Remember, we have 2 questions in this assignment. So what is 2 plus 2? That is the first question. I'll click on 4. Once I click on 4, I'll click on next, and I can as well clear. If I want to change my mind and I discover that 2 plus 2 is 9 or 8, I can just pick my option 8. Okay, but of course 2 plus 2 is 4, so I'll click on 4. So I'll click on next. Can you see? You are correct. Your answer 4. Immediately it will mark and tell me I am correct. Okay, it will tell me I am correct. So you see the fun of it, and it is using an emoji. Isn't this fun? It is using an emoji. So it's like a game. So children will be anticipating to participate in this assignment. By the time you tell them, oh, your assignment is now on the platform, make sure you participate in the assignment. And if you don't participate, your parents will be aware, your parents will be held responsible, because your parents now are involved, because they are to provide the environment for you, and we want to make it engaging. Can you see? So let's continue, because we have 2 questions there. So I'll click on next. Now the number 2 question says 3 plus 5. Remember, our assignment is on addition, mathematics. 3 plus 5. So what's 3 plus 5? 3 plus 5 should give me 8. But let's see how it will display wrong option. Let me pick 9. Let's assume I didn't count properly. Let me pick 9. So I click on next. Oh, incorrect choice. Can you see? This is how fun the app is. So once I'm done like that, and the child cannot undo this particular part, you can't undo it. That is how it's going to be. It has been missed. So I'll click on continue. So with that, and if I want to go back and I come forward again, see, I can't change it. Even if I move it back and come forward, it will still pick the wrong option. The wrong option is denoted with red color and star, while the correct answer is denoted with green color and a check. Okay, so I click on next. So this is the summary of my activity. This is the summary that the child will see. You see the question, the option picked, and the correctness or wrongness of the answer. So in that case, I'll click on complete. So out of 2, I got 1 and I missed 1. So I'll click on complete quiz. So once that is done and the child click on complete quiz, can you see something has changed? Score 50%. Can you see? I'm waiting. You have taken this quiz. Now that is the message the child is going to get. The child will not be able to participate. You see, there is no start quiz again. There is no icon of start quiz again for me. I can't participate in this quiz again because I've submitted an entry. So the child cannot play smart on this type of technology. Once the child submits, the child cannot do it again. So that is why they will take their time before they click on the next or before they submit their option. Okay, you responded at. Now it's also specified. It will tell the teacher what time the child did the assignment. So from there you'll be able to know the child that does his assignment the morning they are coming to school. Assignment is supposed to be done even at home once the child rests and have maybe the dinner, whatever, it depends.